So Makeaton is a 24-hour flagship national hackathon from Cochin University of Science and Technology. So to embrace the spirit of innovation and peer-to-peer learning, growth, and everything. So this was started back in 2018, the first edition. Then we had like this is the fourth edition, and I welcome you all to this. So participants across India participate as teams to brainstorm on solutions and for challenging issues all over India. So the main aim of the hackathon is to promote peer-to-peer learning, teamwork among the students, so that they can upskill their skills and be industry ready, and also to bring the peer-to-peer learning culture. So the event structure or the flow. So how you will be onboarded, what will be happening across these this 24 hours, and when you should start coding and stuff like that. We'll be explaining about that. So you guys are already registered to this event, and you have shortlisted. Congratulations on that. And shortlisted. So we have sent you accepted emails as well. So if you haven't accepted your RSVPs yet, please do please do it soon, because otherwise we can't onboard you to the Discord. So all the team members should accept the RSVP to get access to the event. Otherwise, your participation will be automatically withdrawn. So if your friends, or if your friends who have registered to this Makeaton also is remaining to finish the RSVP part, please let them know that this will be closing soon. So students are onboarded to the Discord platform, and here they are appointed to the Discord workflow. So you can go through the rules and other stuff. There are like different sections curated for you. So we'll go through that later as well. So each team will be assigned a voice channel and a text channel. So only the team members and mentors and the organizers have access to. So you can work privately, and if you need any support from mentors, they can come down to your text channels and all. So you don't need to make any WhatsApp group or any other Discord server just for this hackathon. You can do everything in-house Discord servers of Makeaton. Then we'll start the hackathon, and participants will brainstorm and come up with problem statements. Then students will start coding, and we'll be having games, interactions, networking, and other fun activities in between. And we'll be having milestone checks to track your progress and guide you in the right path. So making everyone in the same page. And once the milestone checks are closed, you will be submitting your project, and the hackathon is will be closing like that, and we'll announce the winners in the end. So this is just the high level overview of what will be happening in next 24 hours. And I'm showing you the schedule, what will be happening for the next 24 hours, the detailed schedule. So right now inauguration is happening. Now the event will be starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So participants should only start coding 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay. Then we'll be having first milestone check, that will be on the 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And in this check, you will be asked to present your idea, your progress, and everything. Based on that, mentors will track your progress and how long you go to that. Then we have some fun activities and interaction section. The night 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. So that's one thing. So it will be really interesting to meet you all and have a really good time. Then on the next day, which is 27th, this Sunday, the last deadline is going to be 10 a.m. which is the final submission to the portfolio. So you are required to submit your project to the portfolio. We'll get through those, how to submit and everything. And so so you have till 10 a.m. to submit your project. Okay. And there is no option whatsoever to extend that time. So we are out of hands on that. So please make sure that you finish at 10 a.m. and before 10 a.m. and submit finishing before 10 a.m. So you can't submit after 10 a.m. and I can stress this enough. Okay. And the final milestone check will be after the 10 a.m. after you submit. So if you don't submit, then your participation will be withdrawn automatically. So in the second milestone will be the top 10 teams will be curated, and those results will be released at the noon. Then once that's finished, those top 10 teams will have to present their idea, their working, their implementation, and the final code, everything with demo to the to the panel of judges, and that will be happening from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then once that's finished, we'll be announcing the winners as soon as possible. So so everyone get to know the results and all. So this is the schedule right there. So this will be shared among to you all. And after this event, we'll be sending out Discord joining link and a form. So two things will be sent. So the first thing is Discord joining link. Once you join, there will be a form that you are required to fill, and that form will be only submitted by the team leader, where the team leader should give their teammates Discord name and other details, so that we can onboard you to Discord and give you separate text channels and voice channels. Failing to do so will failing to do so, you will be withdrawn participation from that. So to get full access to the Discord, you have to fill that form as well. Then I'll go through the basic guidelines that I'll be having. So participants should adhere these guidelines given below. So these will be also shared to you after the event also. So participant guidelines. All the participants are supposed to attend the inauguration session. So here you are. Then you should join the Discord channel before the event starts. So if you face any issues joining Discord channel, you can contact the organizers. In the end of this document, there is contact details of organizers. If you face any difficulties, just ping them. And there is also Discord ID as well, so you can ping them manually also. Then while using Discord channels, the participants should strictly follow the Discord guidelines. So we don't want any spamming or any other stuff to happen, because everyone is working seriously. So we don't want to drift off people from that. Then since this is an open hackathon, there are no themes or tracks whatsoever except for Hack for Quizat and sponsored tracks. Okay, so teams have the autonomy of choosing problem statements and tech stack on their own, and they can solve. Okay, so no problem statements will be provided by makeaton organizers. So you are supposed to bring your own problem statements and find solution for it. So that's the creativity and freedom you get on open hackathon. So you have the autonomy of choosing your own problem statements and tech stack. Okay. Yeah, sure. Then there are different milestone checks. So candidates are supposed to present in their respective voice channels. So mentors will be coming to your voice channels So if you don't know what voice channels are, you'll get to know when you get into Discord. And there will be different milestone checks as shown in the schedule. So you have to be ready by that time, and rough estimation or rough charts will be given, which team will be presenting what to what vendors and all. So be ready with the milestone checks. Then while participant can use open source technologies and work on design beforehand, the coding only should be done after the event start. Okay, so when the event is start, only after the event starting, which is tomorrow, Saturday, after 9 a.m., only after that you can start coding. Okay, and there will be like strict plagiarism checks that will be done after the submission. And if we find, or any makeaton organizing team find any plagiarism or beforehand made solutions, we have the right to disqualify the team. So make sure that you are not using pre-built stuff. You're doing it from scratch, and the your novelty of idea, the implementation, the way you implement everything matters. Okay, so it's strictly prohibited to plagiarize or bring already done projects to this hackathon. So just to make sure that you don't do that again. The judging criteria will be there are different sets of points. That is the milestone checks, and these criteria are decided by makeaton organizing team. And the prices for the sponsored tracks, this is very important. The prices for sponsored tracks are given by Devfolio. Okay, so hence makeaton organizing team has no control or responsibility in the dispute arising in those sections. So essentially, when you're building solutions with the technology, or if you're trying to solve a problem using the sponsored track, then yeah, everything, the judging and every kind of thing is with the folio. Okay, so we have no control over it. So keep in mind that. Keep Then there is no extra time. There will be no extra time for submission. So the last time is 10 a.m. on the second day. There is no extension whatsoever. So make sure that you are ready with your solution and submission at least 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so that you can start out, and the submission takes a lot of time, maybe like half an hour and all. So make sure you are prepared really well before you submit your project. So that's the participant guideline, and then I'll go through some of the Discord guidelines. So what essentially happens is like we have some Discord community guidelines in terms of services. So they are specifically mentioned in our Discord channel, in the rules channel. And avoid sending any malicious link or not safe for work content, because we do not tolerate that. Then we have to respect everyone in the community. Again, this is English speaking server, so please follow English strictly. And we have participants across India, so that will be a common medium we'll be going through. So that we'll be having a frictionless communication and everything. And please avoid spamming and unapproved advertisement in any channel. So please only share relevant stuff to makeaton in Discord channels. And always keep the discussion relevant to the channel topics and guidelines. And always come back to this document and go through the guidelines again and again to make sure you are not violating anything. Now I'll explain the hackathon onboarding process. So the first step is you will get an Discord invite link. Okay, so this will be sent to everyone. So every teammate will be getting the Discord link. So if you have successfully RSVP'd to the acceptance email. So we have sent acceptance emails to everyone. Okay. So if you have accepted the acceptance email, which is like if you have RSVP to that email, then you will get this Discord link. Okay. So Discord links will be sent after this event, and also again in the midnight also. So there are some teams yet to RSVP. So we'll be sending like 2-3 times the Discord invite link. If you have already joined, then no problem. But if you haven't, you should join the Discord invite link. So make sure that you have RSVP'd already. The Discord invite link will be sent to you if you are RSVP'd. Okay. And to get the full access to the server channels, you have to accept the rules. So you have to read every rules. Then you have to accept that rule by reacting to the rules message. Okay. Once that's done, you have to fill the team leader. Only the team leader have to fill the team channel access request. Okay. So this team, this form is filled only by team leader, and in that form, the team leader is required to fill the teammates Discord usernames and other relevant details, such that our organizers and our makeaton volunteers will go through that response sheet one by one, and will get you separate voice channel and text channel inside Discord. And keep in mind that this is accessible only for you and your teammates, then the organizers and the makeaton mentors. Okay. And yeah, once you do that before midnight tonight, our aim is to onboard everyone to this Discord thing, and start collaborating, and tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. we'll start our session, our hackathon. Then I'll go through the basic sections in Discord channels. So the first one is getting started. So we have rules, welcome, server guide, and introduce yourself. So you're supposed to read the rules and accept the rules. Then there is a welcome channel. There is a board welcoming you, and there is channel named server guide. You will be having a guide how to use the server and all. So every information will be there. Then there is this channel named introduce yourself. So when you land to the server, just go to that channel and introduce yourself. So other people can interact with you, and you can network with other people. So make sure you introduce yourself first, and this is a great opportunity to network with across India. So like lots of people from outside Kerala is there, so that'll be really great to have. Then the next section is general section. In this general section, we'll be having general announcement and some general text channel. Then on the Makeaton 4 section, this is the announcements related to Makeaton 4. So any announcements related to Makeaton 4 will be in this hackathon announcement channel. Just a minute. Yeah, so yeah, and we'll talk about I'll just brief about this, and our honorable vice chancellor of the SAT will be joining here shortly. So we'll start the inauguration session, and I'll continue after that. So yeah, I'll go through the section here. So in this Makeaton 4 section, this hackathon announcement channel will be announcing every details there. So make sure you check, come back again to that channel to get latest updates. Then there is this help section. So there are like, if you need any help in these domains, you can go through and ask any questions there. Anyone with the knowledge can reply to that. Even participant can help other participants too. So that's the main idea of peer-to-peer learning and growth and all. Then there is another section named as break session. In this section, we have this makeaton metaverse. So where you can join virtually in a 3D avatar and meet other people. It's a really cool stuff. You must try it. Then you can go to that channel and join that link, and it's like a Google Meet or Zoom in 3D version. It's very nice. It's awesome. And we have some games and memes channels. You can, if you want to break some heat off, you can come back always. And there is this help desk section. You can raise a ticket if you have any issues, and our organizers and makeaton volunteers will get back to you if you have any registration or any complaints. So registration complaints or any service suggestions or anything, so you can just raise a ticket and makeaton volunteers will be there to help you. Then I'll just go through the submission of the project. And so your team is supposed to submit your project by 10 a.m. I should change this. So it's by 10 a.m. in 27th February, which is Sunday. And these are the fields that will be they'll be asked by to you to fill. So project name, that's the first thing. Then tagline, so some to project some sentence, two three sentence that explains your project. Then you have to describe what problem it solves, what challenges you have ran into, what technologies have you used, and some links. For example, if you have design, Figma design or something like that, or references, or any other details we should know about, you can just put it in that. And a video demo is necessary. So you have to make a video, short video, uh, on your explaining on your project. So we all know that it takes a lot of time to make a video, and also plan very well and take your time and submit it. And make sure you submit it before 10. Okay. To be on safe side, start filling this form by 9 or 8 a.m. on Sunday. So that way, you won't go over the time of 10. Okay. Then you can add some pictures if you want, if you have any previews, or so that we can get an idea of what your project is all about. So video and pictures are really important. So you have to fill this form and submit it. So this, based on this, last milestone checks will be done, and your submission will be considered. So I'll go through the prizes we'll be having. So the first prize will be 15,000 rupees. The second prize will be 10,000 rupees. Then we have Hack for Quizat track. It's only for Quizat students, Quizatians. And this your idea or product should solve a fundamental problem faced by Quizatians, and you should solve that. And the top project on that, you get 5,000 rupees. Then we have the sponsored tracks, these sponsored companies. So Tezos, Cello, Filecoin, Polygon, all these Web3 based technologies, they are also sponsoring this event. So we have no control over the sponsored tracks. So make sure you're choosing the right decision. So every judgment will be done by them. And these are the prizes they offer for that. So you basically, you're making a DApp or decentralized application based on blockchain and Web3. So if you are good enough those, you can also try this tracks. So, but the main track is Open Hackathon, which is the first prize, 15,000, the second prize, 10,000. And Hack for Quizat, this is special for Quizatians. Only Quizatians can participate in this, and the top project in that will get 5,000. Yeah, so mentors and their expertise will be updated here soon, so you can always come back and check. And this is the organizing team, and you can contact anyone of here, and their email addresses have been added here, so you can get back. So this, yeah, I'm done with this.
Okay, thank you, Naseem. I think you can stop sharing. So I'll just, yeah. So good evening, all. You were just listening to the project coordinator Naseem, who is coordinating this program. We'll be starting the inaugural function in 5 minutes, and then that will be followed by a hands-on with Naseem on joining Discord and the specific details. He was just giving an overview. I'm sure you have a lot of questions and queries regarding many of the rules and the do's and the don'ts, and he just explained. So please stay on. This inaugural session is a very short session, maybe 20 minutes, and then he will have hands-on with all of you to ensure that you create your own Discord ID, you join and get into the appropriate channel, and be all set to start tomorrow morning. We do not want you to have any difficulty tomorrow 9 a.m. when you actually start your work. So please ensure that all your teething troubles are settled today itself with the team, and tomorrow morning you are all set to start your work. That is the objective. In the meantime, as he was mentioning, this is organized by CITIC. My name is Professor Sam Thomas. I'm the director of CITIC. For the benefit of the students who are joining us from other campuses, CITIC is the incubator, technology business incubator of CUSAT. In fact, this is one of the first academic incubators in the state, the first university to start a technology business incubator. We started, conceptually, we started 10 years back. We started incubating companies for the last 6-7 years. Started off with small numbers, 5-6 numbers in 14, 15. And today we have reached 90. 1 second, just give me a second, I think.
So you're muted.
Yeah, so that is how we grew over these years, and we provide facilities. I think the Vice Chancellor has come. We are going to start the inaugural function now. 1 second.
Good evening, everyone. Makeaton is a 24-hour online hackathon conducted by CITIC for students from universities and technical institutions across India to bring together phenomenal minds from different disciplines to embrace the spirit of innovation. The organizing committee, Center for Innovation Technology, Transfer and Industrial Collaboration, CITIC, Cochin University of Science and Technology, cordially invite to the official inauguration of Makeaton 4. For welcoming the honorable dignitaries to the official inauguration function, I invite Dr. Bijoy Anthony Jose, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Deputy Coordinator, CUSAT TBI, for the welcome address.
Good evening, all. Welcome to Makeaton 4, an online hackathon organized by CITIC CUSAT. This is the 4th edition of Makeathon, and it is being held online due to COVID-19. We are encouraged by the enthusiasm shown by participants. So we have more than 100 plus students who have signed up for the event, and we hope to have a great session as we go ahead with the 24-hour session to find a winner. Hackathons encourage rapid development mentality among students and get them exposed to an industry environment. CITIC has been in the forefront of conducting such activities for students of CUSAT and outside CUSAT. CUSAT TBI, a professional startup ecosystem, has been built in CUSAT, and it is benefiting from these students and also alumni startups from CUSAT. I would like to acknowledge IEEE RFID Council Kerala Chapter and School of Engineering Alumni Association, who are financial sponsors for the event. There are other technical sponsors and the special prizes from other sponsors in the hackathon, which was explained by the student coordinator. On this note, let me get into my duty. We have as chief guest, Vice Chancellor of CUSAT, Dr. K.N. Madhusudan sir, who is actively supporting startup and industry relation activities in CUSAT, and he is here to inaugurate Makeathon. On behalf of CITIC, I welcome you, sir, to the function. We have with us as guest of honor, Mr. Prasad Balashnan sir, Special Officer, Kerala Paper Products Limited, and he is an advisory member of the board of CUSAT TBI. He was formerly CEO of Maker Village, and he's a very popular figure among startup enthusiasts. I welcome you, sir, and we look forward to your message to hackathon participants. I welcome the CITIC team consisting of Dr. Sam Thomas, Director of CITIC, Dr. Jayada Senech, Assistant Director of CITIC, mentors, staff of CITIC, and student coordinators, Naseem, Kiran, and others. Finally, I welcome you students who are the participants and the heart and soul of this program. I hope you build something new, something that is passionate, that you're passionate about, and you go ahead and add new skill sets to your arsenal. So good luck to you. I hope you have an exciting 24 hours ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. To give a brief idea about the legacy of Makeaton, I invite Naseem Shah, Student Coordinator of Makeaton 4.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Naseem Shah, final year computer science student and student coordinator for Makeaton 4. So I welcome you all to Makeaton 4. So as Dr. Bijoy sir mentioned, this is a 4th edition of Makeaton. Makeaton has been the glory of CUSAT since 2018. The event was first organized by the 2016 to 20 batch of SOE with great success. Since then, successive editions have been conducted in collaboration with CITIC CUSAT. In 2019, the 2nd edition of Makeaton was a grand offline hackathon with 100+ participations across India. It got recognized as one of the best hackathons in Kerala. We had a 3rd edition of Makeaton in 2020, which was online. Continuing this legacy, we are organizing the 4th edition of Makeaton in online mode as well. The motivation behind Makeaton is to promote peer-to-peer learning, growth, and collaboration through solving challenging problems and celebrating the spirit of build over buy. So this year we had around 500 registrations, which around like 300 students submitted their profiles to review, and we had to shortlist around 200 students from that. So that's those 200 students participants consisting of 55 teams, which is really great. I'm happy to share that 94 students are from CUSAT itself, which is really great. Rest of the students are from various colleges across India, and few are from national institutes. Even will be starting on the 26th February, Saturday, which is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Participants will brainstorm and come up with problem statements and start coding solutions. In between the end, there will be milestone checks to ensure teams are on track. Support and mentorship will be given by industry experts. We also have arranged some fun activities for the participants, so they can break something up like that. The top 10 teams identified in the final milestone will milestone check in the final. The top 10 teams identifying the final milestone check will reach the final round, where they will present the final solution to the panel of judges. The top 2 teams will be awarded accordingly also. There is also a separate track for CUSATians, which is called Hack for CUSAT. And that is only for CUSATians who want to bring innovation to existing problems that CUSATians face in their daily life. Detailed information, schedule, and program guidelines will be discussed after this inaugural function. And on behalf of Makeaton, I would like to thank our Honorable VC, Dr. K.N. Madhusudan sir, Mr. Prasad Balakrishnan, CITIC CUSAT, our sponsors including IEEE RFID, CAA, which is School of Engineering Alumni Association, Deffolio, and other technical sponsors, and all those who have contributed in organizing this event. And I wish every participant a great time hacking a unique solution. So thank you.
Thank you, Naseem. Now, I invite Dr. Sam Thomas, Director CITIC and Coordinator, CUSAT Technology Business Incubator, for the presidential address.
Thank you. Most respected Vice Chancellor of CUSAT, Dr. K.N. Madhusudan sir, the chief guest of the day, Mr. Prasad Balakrishnan, my colleagues in CITIC, Dr. Bijoy, Dr. Jayadas, the staff members, student coordinators, Naseem and Kiran, and my dear participants. CITIC is so happy to host another edition of the CUSAT Hackathon branded as Makeaton. As mentioned, this is a 4th edition. In fact, at this time, we really wanted to do it offline, and the plans were all set, but because of the 3rd COVID wave, we had to cancel the event at the last minute, but we decided to go ahead and do it as an online event, just like we did it last year. So I should definitely congratulate the organizers, especially the student team led by Naseem and Kiran, who put in a lot of effort during this period, initially planning for an offline event and then converting it to online mode and then tying up with the different platforms. I mean, they did a remarkable job of making it happen during these tiring times. I also thank and congratulate the participants who came in big numbers. I understand that this is generally exam time in Kerala, especially all engineering colleges, KTU, they are all in the middle of their exams, but still, we're happy that most of you have shown keen interest in participating in this event. As we all know, that is the spirit of hackathon, which is acknowledged world over as probably one of the best opportunities for learning. I mean, there could be cash prizes and winners, but I would like to look at the hackathon more as a learning opportunity than a competition. I mean, this is an opportunity where everyone gains, everyone wins. It's a win-win for all. Where else do you get an opportunity to participate with hundreds of your friends of similar background, present your ideas, learn from your peers, mentored by experts, guided by the judges? It doesn't happen. So finally, tomorrow evening, Sunday evening, by around this time when we conclude, I'm sure we only have winners. Some of them may get first prize and second prize, but I'm sure all of you will feel valued during this process. So my request to you is to complete the process, not to leave in between. Whatever you do, take it to the logical end, get mentored and guided by these people, and that is the spirit of hackathon. In the past, we have seen a lot of sparks in innovation coming out of makeathons. The judges have acknowledged that. We were amazed to see how, whatever technologies you have learned in your classrooms, you are able to adapt to solving daily problems, whether you're talking about problems in CUSAT or problems faced by society or industry in general. We were amazed by the application orientation of some of these students. We also have seen many teams taking forward these ideas into entrepreneurial journey, starting their own startups based on these ideas that they get here. We all know that it is not possible to come with a perfect product in 24 hours or 48 hours that hackathons are meant to be. But they are meant to give a feel of how things work in the world out there. Because we are all operating in a time-driven, pressurized environment, and hackathons replicate that. So a lot of management skills to be learned with respect to time management, with respect to team management, leadership. You will all learn, because it is not going to be easy in a time pressurized scenario, listening to your classmates, your friends, or part of your team. Different people may have different ideas, and especially after a night out, we find a lot of heated arguments on what to do and what not to do. But that is how actually things progress. The team who are able to manage this constructively, who are able to synergize on the ideas of the teammates, finally come out with good solutions. So that itself is going to be a great learning process in managing teams, managing time, etc., etc. Right. So I am sure this hackathon will present you with exciting opportunities, as Dr. Bijoy was saying, and I'm so happy that we are joined by Vice Chancellor, who himself is a great advocate of innovation in campus. So all such events get a lot of support from him. In fact, I should tell you, Naseem was talking about the hack for CUSAT trike. That was his idea when Sir became the Vice Chancellor. The first thing that he told us was to organize a hackathon for QSATians. So that year onwards, we added this special try called Hack for QSAT, where QSATians, faced with a lot of problems. We all have a lot of problems here. And rather than complaining about the problem, we are giving an opportunity for you to propose solutions, which probably could be taken up by the management and could be implemented. So that itself is a great support. Thank you for your support, sir. And Mr. Prasad Balakrishnan has been a regular feature in this event from its inception, because that time he was the CEO of Make a Village, a very close associate of QSAT. We gratefully acknowledge the kind of help we got from him personally and from Make a Village during the last many years. Like many of our incubators got mentored, funded by Make a Village. So we really acknowledge that very active player in the startup ecosystem in Kerala. So once again, I thank all of you for your participation. I wish all the participants all the very best. An exciting 2 days of hacking here. But again, I conclude by again reminding you that at the end of the day, there are only winners, no losers in a hackathon. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. For the official inauguration of this Makeaton 4, I take this opportunity to welcome the Honorable Vice Chancellor of our QSAT, Dr. K. Madhusudanan, sir, for the inauguration of Makeaton 4 and his inaugural address.
Professor Sam Thomas, Professor Bijoy, Professor Jaydas, Sri Prasad Balakrishnan, students, and hackathon enthusiasts, a very good evening. At the outset, let me congratulate CITIC for coming up with the 4th edition of Makeaton. This has become one of the flagship programs of CITIC over these years. So we have conducted 3 such programs earlier, which was resounding success, all of them. So hackathon, as we know, has become a way of life in order to inculcate a spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship among our young people. University students, as they were benefited from these activities in the past. We could also enlist the participation of students from other institutions in the past. So we've seen that this activity is very important in the sense that new ideas are discussed and new solutions were proposed at this activity, and some of them have really grown into something big. Those ideas were, became startups, and then later on grown into business models, and is really becoming big. So in that sense, this is a very, very important event, because we wanted our young people to become, problem solvers, coming up with innovative ideas, innovative solutions, and then coming up with startups, and then convert that into big business, and become job providers, contributing to our economy and so on. So that is the focus nowadays, as we all know. So we also wanted to move in that direction, and our activities in our CITIC has contributed immensely to the university in that direction, taking our students into confidence and leading them from the front, so that this entrepreneurial sense is built in our young minds. So the results of such activities we are seeing in the campus. Campus, as we know, we have a startup ecosystem already developed through all these activities, which is growing in size and its range of activities and so on. So we hope that the university will grow much more into this direction, and this will be our third dimension of activities apart from our routine learning, research, teaching, and so on. So this third dimension we have to strengthen in future, and so that our students and also students in and around would get benefited from these activities. So with these few words, declare this program inaugurated. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Today, as the guest of honor, we have Mr. Prasad Balakrishnan, Special Officer, Kerala Paper Products Limited. Prasad sir was the former CEO of Maker Village, Kochi. On behalf of Makeaton 4, I invite Prasad sir for his address.
Good evening, all. When especially Dr. Sam was mentioning about changing from offline to online and all those things. There is a famous book by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Love in the Times of Cholera. I think now what we are seeing is take an analogy from that title, Innovation in the Times of COVID. That's what we are seeing. So that itself is a big achievement. We are able to do innovation in these times of COVID or the disaster which we are seeing all around us. In another way, if you look at it, COVID has brought a lot of changes, positive changes in our life. It has changed the way we feel, touch, act, react. It changed our perceptions. It's changed the way we do things. So I think later on, say after a few decades, and when the history is unwinded, people will say that there is a period before COVID and after COVID. Such is the impact of COVID. It's just like DC or AD. People may in future mark this event. I think it's much bigger than the world wars. It's much bigger than many of the transforming events which happened all around us. When you look at the history, that's a kind of permanent change it has brought in. It has brought in the way we look at it. I mentioned about the way we perceive things. It has brought in a lot of innovations. So in that sense, COVID has got a positive impact. We are just conducting a makeathon. Even though all these facilities were there earlier, we are now conducting a makeathon online very efficiently, effectively. We are looking at different parts of the country and efficiently engaging each other, working as a team and innovating. So that's a major change. All these things were there, all these platforms were available, but we were not using. We were started working from home efficiently and effectively. Many people were having doubt. I think COVID, when you look at it, it's not about wearing masks. Actually, it is removing masks from our mental frame, the mental outlook. We are wearing many masks in our mental outlook, our mindset. Those masks were getting removed. So that is a kind of impact COVID has created. That is a kind of innovation it has brought into our life. That's why I mentioned innovation in the times of COVID. COVID was a constraint, actually. It was a challenge. So always challenges bring out the innovative spirit. If you see challenges and change, that is the most two important ingredients for innovation. So in that sense, when you are having constraints, you bring out solutions. When you are having some problems, you bring out solutions. So that way, the concept of the hackathon, the way in which COVID has brought out the innovative spirit, unleashed the innovative spirit, the hackathon with its time constraint, with all its limitations. We are putting some constraints. There is a theory of constraints. I think Dr. Sam also will say for that. There is a theory of constraints in which in that constraint, your innovative ability is coming out. So the constraint of COVID has brought out our innovative spirit. Similarly, hackathon, the very purpose of hackathon is to, within that time constraint, within that space constraint, we are bringing out solutions. So in that way, the hackathon and COVID, the constraint space, these both things are analogous. I think the hackathon will definitely, 300 brilliant minds working across the country will bring out a lot of innovations, lot of solutions to our problems. I also wanted to mention, Honorable VC was mentioning about problem solving. So that is one of the important points which all these startups should look at. It's not about making a product. Anybody can make a product. It's about a solution to our problem. The last time when I attended a function in QSAT in the inauguration of the TBA, when Honorable Higher Education Minister was there, all the speakers were mentioning about the requirement for industry, institution, and innovators. The tripartite engagement between industry, innovators, and the institution. That requirement was mentioned. The key issue here is the startups or innovators, they always attach themselves with their product. Actually, they should be seen in the context of, they are a bunch of competencies, bunch of knowledge. The competency of knowledge, their troubleshooting abilities, the energy levels. So they're a bunch of pool of talent. In fact, it's not about, we have to detach their products from them and attach their competency skills or map their competency skills to the industry, to the institution. Then there will be a synergy. So in that sense, I think people should look at innovators not for their product, for their competencies. Why I'm mentioning this particular point is that now I am from the sphere or the startup sphere. Now I am working in an industry. I'm seeing a lot of opportunities. In fact, every opportunities, in fact, every challenge which you are facing is a scope for innovation. In fact, I started using the 3-4 startups. Many of them are from QSAT only, or drone guy and the robotic guy. All these people are now, yesterday also they were here. I'm using them for making solutions for our problems. But there are stiff resistance from my people over here. Stiff resistance from them, but I always tell them that don't consider them as novice people. They are very good, talented, energetic, knowledgeable people with huge ability for risk taking. So we should tap their competencies. If we can map their competencies to our requirement, there is huge opportunity. As Dr. Sam was mentioning, it's a win-win situation. It's really a win-win situation. I'm using them. Already they made a couple of solutions for us, which is successful, which we have implemented. We have saved money, and they have also got some revenue. So that way, if we can map, then there is huge opportunity for industry to leverage the competencies of our emerging startup ecosystem. That way, the institution also will get benefited, innovators will get benefited, industry will get benefited. This is not the so-called cliched. Always we talk about industry should engage with the innovators and the institutions, academic institutions with engage with the industries. But practically, this is happening in my backyard. Practically, it is happening in my backyard successfully. Yesterday also, a couple of them are here and they are attacking a few problems. And slowly, our people are also getting accustomed to that solution. So if we can entice or excite the industry to perceive the startups not for their product, but for their competencies. There's huge potential for engagement for our industry to leverage their competencies, innovators to leverage the opportunities available in the industry and the institution, like QSAT, like CITIC, to make that bridge, to facilitate that bridge effectively for the benefit of all the key players. This is a win-win situation for all. So I think that is the way we should move. And this hackathon 4th edition is itself shows the commitment of CITIC and QSAT, because when we start, there are many things we start and then we leave it just like that. And Dr. Sam was telling, don't quit. For you are advising the startups, be pursue with your dreams and the ideas, and be persistent. And this is the same way CITIC themselves are showing, making a model by persisting with this hackathon, 4th edition, in spite of all these hazards and all these COVID-related issues. So that itself shows that we can make a way forward through these calamities. I'm sure that CITIC and CUSAT will become a center of excellence for innovation. Honorable VC was mentioning about the third dimension. I think this is not the third dimension. This is the most important dimension as far as the academic institutions are concerned, because we are seeing only innovators, only companies with innovators, only institutions with innovators are surviving and excelling. So CUSAT is uniquely positioned with the support, with the facilitation of CITIC to make it happen. I'm sure you will do that because you have got the most dynamic director in the form of Dr. Sam Thomas, who always get things done. It's very difficult to, we can always say a lot of things in front of the podium, but it's very difficult to get things done, because I myself have seen the growth of Maker Village. I'm now doing a Herculean effort to revive an industry. So it's very difficult to get things done on the ground. We can speak a lot of things, can write a lot of things, but very difficult to get things done. So he's a person who gets things done with his curation, with the support of Bijoy and Jaydas and the great leadership of our Vice Chancellor, who silently but meticulously, in a very sober manner, supports, guides, and governs this innovation ecosystem. I'm sure CITIC will reach the place it deserves, and with that, CUSAT will become one of the top institutions in the country. You have got all the ingredients for that. We will be happy through advisory or whatever ways possible. We'll be happy to participate in that journey, to support in whatever ways possible in that journey. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prasad sir. Now, for the words of gratitude, I invite Dr. Jaydas NH, Assistant Director CITIC, for the vote of thanks.
So you are on mute.
Mute. Okay, I am unmuted. Makeaton 4, the 4th edition of Hackathon being organized by CITIC has just been inaugurated. And it is the second time that this event is being conducted in the online mode. And I take this opportunity to welcome all the participants to the event. I wish them all success and hope that they will have a wonderful time ahead for the next 24 hours starting from tomorrow at 9 a.m. The event is inaugurated by Professor Madhusudanan, K.N. Madhusudanan, Honorable Vice Chancellor of CUSAT. On behalf of CITIC, I express my sincere gratitude to Professor K.N. Madhusudanan for inaugurating the event and delivering the inaugural address. Professor Sam Thomas, Director CITIC and now Coordinator CUSAT TBI, presided over the inaugural function and delivered the presidential address. As Prasad sir has mentioned, he is the motive force behind all the activities of CITIC and is now CUSAT TBI also. On behalf of CITIC, I wholeheartedly thank him for presiding over the inaugural function and delivering the presidential address. Sri Prasad Balakrishnan, Special Officer, Kerala Paper Products Limited, has been the guest of honor of the function. He's a familiar face in all activities of CITIC and is always willing to lend a helping hand. I heartily thank him for his presence and his wonderful illuminating speech. Dr. Bijoy Jos, Deputy Coordinator, CUSAT TBI, delivered the welcome address. And I know he has put in a lot of effort in organizing this event. And he has brought in a lot of dynamism and professionalism into the activities of CUSAT TBI and CITIC. I wish to congratulate and thank him for taking active interest in organizing the event. Mr. Naseem Shah, the student coordinator of Makeaton, has given a detailed account of the event. He could not complete the presentation. I think he will be continuing after the ceremony. And if it were not for him and his team, this event could not have happened. So I appreciate their efforts and thank them. And I take this opportunity to thank all the students and the faculty members and participants for attending the inaugural function. And finally, I wish to thank Mrs. Sindhu Rani, who is a silent force behind all the activities of CITIC and CUSAT EPA, for her role in organizing the event. I wish the event a grand success, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now we have reached the end of the official inauguration function of this Makeaton 4. Now, let me pass the coordination to Naseem Shah for continuing with the discussion and the briefing session.
So as I've discussed before, just shown you the hacker's guide and prizes and everything. So I've explained it in very detailed and I had time to do it. So if you have any questions, you can shoot questions now, and your Discord joining link will be sent via email, and everyone can start onboarding. And yeah, detailed instructions will be sent along with that. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can shoot it now regarding the onboarding stuff. Yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah, as he was mentioning, if you have any doubts, please get them clarified.
Yeah.
And ensure that you are all joining the Discord by tonight, so that you can start fresh tomorrow morning 9 o'clock. We do not want you to be running around troubleshooting and all that, because that is a time for you to start your work. So all queries, concerns, doubts to be addressed now or to the team, like, Naseem, you are sharing the document with them, right? I mean, for the contact numbers and all those details.
Every details shown right now, even the hacker's guide will be sent along with the email as well. So you can refer anytime you want. It's online and it will be updated as well. So you can always refer that. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can ask along right now. Yeah. I think there are no questions, I guess. I think we can wind up, right?
Yeah, I think we can wind up now. And once you send the book to them, probably they will mail you back with their concerns and issues. You will be mailing them, and probably you will be the joining link also will be sent, right? So let them try, and in case I have a difficulty, let them get back.
Yeah, we'll be sending the emails soon. So watch out for that. And thank you guys for joining. Have a great time. Yeah.
All the best.